How's everybody doing this evening? This is L.A. Kendrick, back at the House of Havoc, bringing you part two of This Went Viral. Now, when we last saw our young guys, they were calling it a night. So let's get into it. TB and Don Don had already talked the night before about what was going on and what they had seen. As far as the serial killer potentially being in the area and the lockdown at 7:30, that kind of thing. So the next day they decide to, when they got on the bus to go to school, TB started talking to Don Don about what he had seen behind the house that they normally hang out at. And Don Don, being the semi-skeptical, joking type of individual that he is, he said, yeah. Did you get it on camera? And TB was like, man, I was just out there on the roof and I was just trying to enjoy, the night and do what I normally do. I didn't think to bring my camera out. Don Don says, well, next time do that. Bring your camera out and give us some proof. So the other guys that usually hang out with him were saying the same thing. And so TB kind of says, yeah, I'll do that next time. But when we get out of school, I'm gonna take you to the back of the house where you can see for yourself if there's, so we can see the evidence for yourself where there's been drag marks. And he says, Don Don says, yeah, okay. Can't wait for you to show me this. So the day goes through. They finish up the school day. They get off the bus and they go home. So TB's dad has an extra, he got off early for some reason for the day. And he takes his son and he says, let's shoot a couple of hoops. Father and son bonding, and they're talking and they're laughing, and he's showing him how to do post-up moves, low post moves, and how to dribble and get from point A through pick and rolls from point A to point B. Because he's playing basketball for his school right now. And so they're having those, father and son, one-to-one, heart-to-heart talks, which is going to make him a better young man. So Don Don and the rest of the gang come over and they say, hey, Mr. Bass, how are you? And Mr. Bass, TV's dad, says, okay, I got it, you guys. You guys go ahead and play. You guys be careful in that old house. And they all say, yes, sir. So his dad goes in the house and TB takes Don Don and the rest of the kids to the back of the house where there was apparent drag marks. And they can actually see that there was something that was drugged. And it leads to like a basement area of the house. Well, the kid's unwilling to, look any further or go into any more detail. They say, I'm not going to, they don't want to ruin their little party spot. So they're all like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Let's go on inside and just have a good time like we always do. And Don Don kind of looks a little bit nervous because he's apparently seen something that he's not going to show to the rest of the group just yet. But as they're going in, TV say, yo, well, I guess you believe me now. Well, yeah, there's something that was drugged, but I don't know what it was. We don't know what it was. And Don Don slaps TB on the back really hard. And TB's like, hey, man, ouch. So they all laugh it off and they go through the front of the building, the house, and they go in and they get set up like they always do. And today they're going to run wind sprints. They can actually, get extra practice in for the basketball drills and things like that. So they're doing wind sprints where you run from one spot, touch it, extend the distance to another spot, touch it, extend the distance again, and then all out sprint back. And all of the kids are taking their turns. They're doing it in groups of two, so because believe it or not, like I say again, the floor in the house is pretty big. It's pretty massive. It's pretty wide and pretty lengthy, especially with all the furniture moved out of the way. So they're running back and forth, and then TB and Don Don are keeping count. And everybody's laughing and having a good time. So TB and Don Don, it's their turn to run. So they're racing each other. Now they do their point A to point B to point A, B to C to point A, B, C to D to point A, B, C, D, E, and then they run back, and then they all out sprint. But when they run, they for some reason run in the opposite direction. Because Don Don wants to challenge them for one more sprint. Even though they sprinted to the A point, Don Don wants to sprint all the way down to A and say that it beat TB. So TB, being the competitive kid that he is, he matches him. And then they go so fast that they can't slow down, and they run into these double doors, and they knock the double doors open. And down the double doors are stairs. And then there's this horrific smell that comes up. And Don Don's like, hey man, something died. What is that, death? And one of the other kids say, smells like exploded possums down there. What is that? So they all look, and they got candles because it's easier and it's cheaper, and they got candles, and they're really, really careful not to burn the place up. So they got candles, and nobody's willing to go down there and look and see what it is. But they can smell it. And they're looking down, and they can actually see this forming. And TB is like, now do you see what I'm talking about? Look, there it is. And Don Don, being a little bold, challenges him and TC to go down and see a little bit closer what it is. So the rest of the kids stay at the top of the stairs. So Don Don and TB go down, and they say, look, see, I told you. And they're whispering, TB's whispering before they get to it. And he says, look, see, there's the hat and there's the trench coat. There he is. But as of closer observation, when they get closer, they just see there's just a mannequin where somebody was using it as a sewing dummy, to fit clothing on and get the right fit and size for the clothing. And then Don Don knocks the head off and says, yeah, exactly what I thought. There's nothing there. So TB shakes his head and, whatever, I know what I saw. So they both walk back up the stairs, and they don't realize it, but the hat jumps right back up on the head of the mannequin. But they never notice it. So they shut the door up and they lock the door again. And TB said, this door was never unlocked before. I've tried it before, so why today? I don't think that me or you could have knocked that door open like that. Yeah, whatever. You're just mad because I beat you today. And TB's like, no, Don, you didn't beat me today. You just, you tried to cheat, and we both finished the finish line at the same time. So the kids all just kind of play a couple of more hours and have a good time and laugh and yuck it up. And again, as they normally do, they leave, and they leave in groups of twos. But one of the kids say, I left my shoes in. I left my shoes in. We were running, so I left one of my shoes in so I could relax my feet. But I left my shoes inside of the house. And they said, well, we're supposed to stay in pairs. And one of the guys that stays closer to him said, oh no, I got him. I'll walk him home. I'll make sure that he's okay. So those two kids go back, and Don and TB and everybody go their own ways, and they call it a night. They call it the evening, should I say. And they're eating dinner and things like that, and whatever they're doing at their own personal homes. And one of the kids gives TB a call and asks him, did he see where the other kid, there was the two kids that went back for the shoes. One of them didn't make it home. One of them didn't come back. And TB is like, well, I thought we were supposed to not, to stay in groups and not split up. And the other kid says, well, we'll see tomorrow. Maybe he's playing a joke, and maybe he's doing a prank. Maybe he's pulling a prank to get everybody all riled up. And TB said, well, this isn't funny, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow because I got to go to bed. And when he does this, TB looks out his drapes across to the house. And right on top of the house, kneeling down, is that same figure with the hat, trench coat, and glowing eyes. And he's just looking right in the direction of TB. TB takes his phone out and makes a video. So now he has the proof that he needs. So he looks down to check his evidence, looks back up, and you guessed it. The person, entity, is gone. TB goes downstairs, runs downstairs really, really quick to show his dad what he's seen. And his dad's looking at it, and his dad's like, oh man, this is a nice joke, nice one. Are you trying to get some extra views for your channel? Or what are you trying to do? Is this a school project? Pretty good special effects, son. Yeah, you almost got me there. I almost believed that. And he's like, but Dad, this is real. This is what I just saw tonight. A few minutes ago. This is what I just recorded, Dad. Yeah, again, good one. You got me. And take your butt on upstairs and go to bed. Talk to you tomorrow. So TB goes upstairs and he talks on the walkie-talkie that he has connected, that he shares with Don Don. And he says, Don Don, I got the evidence. I got the proof. Come in. So he says it about 3 more times, and then Don Don finally answers because he was apparently asleep. And he says, what? He said, I got your proof and I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, well then show me tomorrow, okay? But until then, I gotta go. I'm sleepy and I'm tired. And just then, a loud thump goes against TB's window. And TB looks, and he slowly goes through the curtains and the drapes, and he opens, and then there's nothing there. So TB jumps under the covers in his bed and turns out the lights and doesn't move again. He finally takes the covers off of his head. And at this point, he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't have a clue what's going on. So I'm going to leave it there. Part 2 of this went viral. So like I say, you guys, like, share, subscribe, sub. All support is appreciated. All support is needed. And, guys, go ahead. If you want to donate to my Cash App to help me keep the stories going, please feel free to do so. It's $outrage95. I have published work on Amazon, Kindle, Ingram, Nook. Now remember also, in closing, this has been L.A. Kendrick. Make sure you check the dark recesses of your home. You check under your beds. You check the closets. And if you happen to work at night, make sure you check your surroundings. And you check under your car. Because you never know what's lurking in the dark, waiting to make you a story. And this has been L.A. Kendrick, bringing you